it's Heidi with Broadmeadow Farm. Today I'm out to share with you a little bit of what's going on with the foundation work at our house. I left you knowing that we actually had the concrete poured into our forms. Concrete needs to harden and cure for about 7 to 14 days, anywhere in there, depending on the weather, the temperature. And so we are kind of at that mark today where they will start backfilling. So not a whole lot is visually changing, but I thought, why don't I take you on a little bit of a tour of what happens at the down inside the house. So let's take a tour of our basement. Since we're still waiting on a few things, I thought, why not get a little bit of a taste of what we're going to be looking like on the inside here. So I'm standing where we would be if we came down the stairs in the basement. We have to have 2 teleposts here because in our house there is a beam that runs here that is part of the strengthening of the house. Also, at my feet, this is where the stairs will come. So as we walk through the house, over here, this is going to be a future bathroom for the kids. This is going to be a furnace room / storage room, maybe a cold room. And then we have this funny little jut out, only because that's how the house was designed on its original footing. And this is going to be what we're going to call a water room. And somewhere in the footing around here are holes for things like septic, power, water, and everything to come into the property. This funny little hallway is going to hold things like our hot water tank, our pressure tank, our sump pump hole. And this hole here will be filled in eventually, but this is one of the support beams that's being used to help transport our house. This hole here is also one of the beams that is supporting the house that's being used for transport. As we come back this way, here you can see we've got 1, 2, 3 footings, and those are going to be for teleposts just because of the width of the house. Over here, this is kind of a family living room, more of like a rumpus room area. This window is the window that is underneath the main living room. So we have 1, 2 windows for our main living area. Now the reason this opening looks so much bigger than that one is because the metal beam that's supporting the house has to come out the wall somehow. So in this opening, beams just for the purpose of moving the house. Once the house is sitting on the basement walls, then this space here will be shrunk down to be about the same size as this. Coming this way, we have one of the kids' bedroom windows. Same reasoning that it's a bigger opening is because it will be shrunk down once the house is put on the foundation. We've got a window here for another kid's bedroom here, and a window here for another kid's bedroom here. So now I'm standing in one of the kids' bedrooms, and you can see here, that's that window again. We'll have the main living area here. So then our stairs up to the house, up to the main level, will come right here and go up this way into the upstairs. Standing here in the garage, this little spot here, while it's got a hole in it, that's again another beam sliding spot, but that will be the door that will come into the main upstairs of our house from the garage. And right here, this is going to be a man door that will go outside. This slot here and this slot here also will be framed up. There again, that's the space for those giant beams that are supporting the house for the move. So once the house is sitting here on the top of the basement foundation, these places will be framed up and filled in. One of the other things you can see on the site is we've got all this piles of gravel. And what that'll be is once they get the foundation backfilled, which means that they're going to put all of the soil back in, then this gravel is going to go into the basement and it's going to be the starting of the floor. Next on the plan for this week is we have a backhoe out here again, and our septic tank is going in, plus a field. So while the machine is here, the gentleman who's doing that, he's in charge of doing all of the backfilling and the septic. So all of those things are going to start kind of together this week. Get this house kind of backfilled, because as we know, the house is coming in exactly 1 week and we are not ready. But the weather is beautiful this week, so it should they should be able to get it done in just a couple days, and then we'll be ready. The other thing that will be happening this week is this is our well, and they will have to actually trench a water line right up to the house. So somehow there will be, the water line will go in, and then when the house is finally on, then they will drop a pump down into that wellhead, and then we will be able to get water to the property. So next week is super exciting for us, so make sure you stick around and pay attention for when we release that next video. It'll be filled with all sorts of amazing things of them bringing that house in, whether they come in from the north, whether they come in from the south. So I don't really know how it's all going to work, but don't worry, I'm going to take tons of videos because I'm sure you're just as excited to see this as we are. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next week, and update should be that the house will be sitting on our basement. Have a great day, and we'll see you then.